in these popular picks coming. Zaya was not really on my bingo card, but it is Teddy. And yes, the classic ranged Vayne answer to Gnar in the top lane. Casting looks very happy to play it. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He looks like he was told to play
the exact opposite
he
of
looks
that
like
wolf.
He is being told to play a champion that you may not have mastery of into the best top laner in the LCK. This works incredibly well with Lulu. So even though it hasn't found the success that its prio has indicated, people thought it was going to have so far this year of LCK, I do think it is very strong here. And now the final piece of the puzzle is, I don't think this is a Nivea support, but what Duro will be playing into this Lulu. Blitzcrank with Yunara? I don't think so.
I was thinking about it just because it's Duro, but I don't feel like this is a good angle. Alistair?
This draft here for Gen.G feels like a lot of strong picks that don't necessarily work well together.
Lots of synergy here for Hanj and BRION. Surely this time they get it going in the big game. Let's find out.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
All right, game number 2. And hoping that we make it to a game number 3. Although our second series of the day definitely could get a bit Fiesta-y, depending on how Life Esports are feeling, up against, of course, the DN Supers.
Yeah, it's, you know, I just don't even want to predict. I mean, I did predict because
we had to.
Part of our jobs, yes.
Yeah. Who did you predict?
I predicted Hanwha, but
yeah, so
and I do think they will win, but I also do think that I don't know anything this season in terms of the power levels of teams lining up to what our expectations are. All my predictions so far this week have been great. You know, I'm 2-0.
Yeah, you got that Nongshim one correct.
Yeah, but I got the KT one correct as well, but I did not feel like I was in the know while I was watching it.
Yeah.
As Duro is actually doing Alistair things a little bit here. That's what you kind of have to do.
Minions getting his 80 carry level 2 first.
Yeah.
Now Duro is a real champion.
Debatably. You can actually press his buttons together now.
Yes, he does have somewhat of a combo.
Luckily for him, he got level 2 first, and they were able to push the wave in, so he can operate around this bush now. So it's not just Damgung saying, haha, you can't hit me unless you press your buttons and take a bad trade. So this is a pretty good thing.
My boy Daystar yesterday really felt the pain of playing Rise into Anivia. It's just not fun when you don't have flash and you get walled every time the jungler is there and you just die. It's not a great feeling, and Chovy was the first guy to do it, so...
It does feel bad when you are Rise, because you cannot just phase rush your way out of the problem. It takes too long. You've got to walk around the wall. Not to mention that Anivia is one of the other picks that can match the damage in team fights later on, depending on the placement of your ultimate. As Canyon's going to show up here pre-6.
Uh-oh. Well, Teddy in a lot of trouble. He is just going to get stunned forever and accept his fate. First blood goes over to Canyon with a level 4 gank on the Nocturne. The timing, very sensible. He had just full cleared. I think Teddy should have known this was a possibility, and he just kind of got caught off guard.
That's the Alistair headbutt angle. That's the end of it, you know? It's that simple. Teddy does not react quickly enough. Really much he could have done there, the position he was in. And that's that. So... big problem here. He buys a consolation call, heads back to lane. The angle here for Duro is really good. Like, this walk up for this minion, it's like, Duro's like, there's no way he actually walks up for this, right? And Teddy's like, I'll walk up for this. And Duro's like, well, I already had Canyon coming down, but this is free as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, Teddy didn't know the gank was coming, but like you said, could have probably sussed it out with the winning lane they had down there.
The timing, the Alistair playing aggressively on the final minion, like, I think you just have to respect it, you know? As casting is okay because he's Zambessa and has 8,000 dashes, but Canyon making his presence felt kind of everywhere around the map. Feels very good that he's able to get a good start. And, I mean, Bro got an excellent start in game 1, and if they still lost that one, And Gen G get a better start this time. I do worry for their chances.
Let's not trivialize the game state at 4 minutes, you know?
But that's what I'm all about.
I know. That's what, I'm trying to be a little bit more cup half full, even if it's like
it's so difficult without Mauhaus, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of, look at his past. It's only a 6,000 gold lead, type of calls that we'd like try to give hope. Duro has Hex Flash, which is a scary prospect, but I'm going to tell you you're going to be fine here, I think. Okay, I said it was half full. I'm kind of feeling like it's 1/3 full, which is a lot of credit for Bro in this situation. I'd say the cup is 1/3 full. There's a way back in. Unfortunately, Canyon got a kill early, and that's before he even has his ultimate, so he's already going to be getting speedy ultimates and will be impacting the map everywhere. That's not supposed to normally happen, but it was a Duro play.
I feel like a lot of my feeling comes from tempo vibes as well, where it's like, this is Gen G, you're giving a Nocturne a first kill when you have Rise Pantheon. Like, you guys should be the ones setting up plays, and yet you're getting played on at this point, and after the way that game 1 went as well. So definitely looking for Bro to show me something a little bit better here in game number 2. Looks like Keen is having a pretty fun time in this top lane as expected.
Yeah, and there's just no good news. It's all blue in the gold leads at the bottom of your screen. And this bottom lane was supposed to be in good shape, but they don't even get the Cull cash out advantage later on since Ruler also bought one. And this is going to be a composition that ages very well. On both sides, you could say. The Xayah scales really well. The Rise can impact the map, but...
All right, going in on the Mini-Gnar is casting, but Canyon is nearby. Both junglers level 5, so kind of an awkward time. It looks like they wanted to fight for the Scuttle Crab for level 6. This casting might just have to flash here as he's getting extremely low. Wants to hold on to it, and he will be able to, just barely.
The shield coming in clutch there as Ruler, a bit of a greedy back, but I don't think he gets punished here. Feathers,
going to take a bunch of damage. They do want to force some kind of a summoner, but he's not going to budge on that front.
Yeah, that's Ruler for you. He knows that he can back there probably. Unfortunately, does end up in a pretty bad spot health-wise, despite not having to use the summoners. He's like, I can get out of this. You can, but it's mean. We'll be able to get this cannon, I think, pretty easily. And nothing will really come of this as Duro shows back up. And he's got, like, gets the heal there from Duro. Almost doesn't even have to back, but will do so.
He actually stopped it.
He did stop it.
You saw it coming, Wolf.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm totally safe. It's
not going to give a play.
Lulu, they have no pressure on me. I'm chilling.
And he's like, the thing about the Yunara in these types of fights too is as long as he's not polymorphed, he will press R and do oodles of damage in the 2v2. With a little bit of help from Duro. So I don't think there's really anything Bro could have done. They are going to use that prio though to start this dragon. And Canyon is a little bit too far away. Duro's going to give vision for a potential paranoia, but I don't think it's wise to commit. And they agree. So an earlier Infernal Drake will be on the cards here.
And that, Bro, is how you give up a dragon when you're not in position for it and you have other things going for you.
There you go.
This one, obviously, a very different situation with being the first Drake, but still.
A lot of longswords on the Bro side. You notice that? A lot of longswords.
They're very close together, too. They're kind of stacking there.
Trying to build an Iron Throne on the top side.
Yeah.
Pretty
like
interesting. Just like it's quite wild to see.
Yeah.
Nothing related to the gameplay really at all, and quite normal when you're in that awkward spot where you have to buy the 3 longswords. Everybody's done it. But it just looks very funny.
It's a lot of damage.
Attack damage specifically.
Yeah, and the swords are long. Trying to take the grubs here. This time it's Canyon grubs, not Gideon grubs.
Gideon has ult, but they do not have prio in mid. Like, he and Loki could have just kind of leapfrogged their way into the pit. Especially with Lulu coming up. I kind of thought maybe they were going to make a play for this. Instead, they just give it up. I think part of it is because Keen has so much prio on the top side that it's just not a fair fight. And casting is... You know, he got counterpicked, but he is pretty massively behind in CS right now. And I believe
he got the counter pick, right? He had the
Oh, you're right,
opportunity
actually.
to pick
correct.
something like a Vayne, like a cannon,
Yeah.
something that
chickened
could have
out.
done better. And then he put his hands on his head and said, "Oh no, I don't want to do this." And well,
Oh, no.
trying to set up the play. Gideon is here
Gets the speed up.
with double buff, just going to get ulted into the wall. And now Paranoia is coming up. We got a Realm Warp as well. Essentially just Loki trying to say you're not allowed to fight this, trying to take down Canyon. They're not going to be able to, though. There's all 3 members of Bro up here, not able to finish the job.
Chovy's like, cool. More farm for me. I'm 20 CS up, by the way. I will take an additional plate, thank you. Yeah, you know, he did opt into this. I kind of forgot about that, actually. And also is not having a great time, and also missed the ultimate, which I think if he hits that ultimate, this gank from Gideon works out, and they end up getting a big win. Instead, like, they triple down on it with the Realm Warp, and almost felt like I could hear from here, casting screen went, God, I hope Teddy and Namgung are also in that Realm Warp. Because that was just never going to be enough damage to kill Keen, who doesn't even have to flash, by the way, to escape. And Chovy doesn't need to teleport to defend him. And
Same
it's a
with
2,000
Canyon as
gold
well. I mean, that was technically the first Paranoia of the game, so it's not like huge value, but you get in there, you make sure your Nara's safe, and he kind of does his job in that manner, but not getting a kill or anything like that can be difficult, but they're going for Teddy. They're going to get the Feather Storm this time. Teddy does react on time.
Yeah, the observers showcasing that a lot of, not summoners, but a lot of ultimates, rather, are on cooldown here for Bro. Whereas the Paranoia is on an incredibly low cooldown, and it's just not a fight that Bro can take in that scrap down the bottom side. Gideon couldn't ult in, and there's no Realm Warp for Loki, so Global Power is turned off for the moment for Bro. And Hanj and BRION really going to struggle to get through this mid-game now. They've got a lot of control vision in the river. They're going to have to just sit back and try to scale up here and hope that, you know, the compositional strengths they have can be enough here. They're only 2,000 gold behind to Mauhouse it, but...
Yeah. I mean, Genji came back from a deficit of around that number last game.
They even went up to, like, I think almost 4,000 down last game. And so it is possible. The weaknesses we saw in Genji's comp were in how the Nocturne was going to struggle early. Got first blood, by the way. And the Alistar, which wasn't going to have a good time in the lane. Set up first blood, by the way. So... I do think that Genji are in a pretty good spot now. You know, there was no issues with what this draft does later on with a lead early in our calculations. So that's kind of, you know, what's the opposite of Broptimism? Pessimism? I don't know. There's not supposed to. It's not supposed to be a thing.
Bregativity.
Bregativity. Yeah. So it's only supposed to be positive things. Bregativity is not real.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work.
So maybe I just need to look into reshaping my viewpoint of this game state.
We need some professional help with these puns. Maybe Degon can help us out.
Yeah, can Degon draw something quickly to give me inspiration? I want him to draw it because then otherwise I don't want him to be talking as he get his microphone on. There's going to be a bunch of people running around back then and trying to get him mic'd up properly. And, you know, just draw something inspiring for us, Degon. You've got, you know, 20 minutes before Bro potentially gets 2-0'd here to give us the reason why, you know, this is a good thing for Bro. Teddy's going to cash his cull out and 3 more minions, so he'll put a significant dent in the deficit there. This is not great for Bro, but they already got the first dragon, so it's not 2 Drakes for Genji. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's not double dragon this time. It is Cloud Soul, which is very good for a lot of the members on the Rift in this one. Chovy going to find himself a rise. Gideon is right there. Now there's a wall, and Loki's like, well, I can't go left, and I certainly don't want to go right. Tries to Realm Warp, and he will get out with the help of the Wild Growth, but Genji are just running their jungle right now and running them down. Even Gideon going to have to flash out of this one.
So 3 summoners gained, 2 ultimates. And Chovy's just like, well, back to business as usual. And kill those red dots on the minimap and try to get some more plate gold. Back to it. Back to it then.
Okay, we have a couple of good ones. No Brope.
Okay.
Like, no hope, yeah. Houston, we have a problem.
A problem, yeah.
A problem? Yes. Maybe he's British. Ox would probably say it like that. problem. Yeah.
Yeah, Degon's trying to say no problemo right now, but...
Duro's here. He's trying to make a play here on the casting, who does have flash. Tries to call the bluff and flash him, but now they've pushed very far. Keen flashes to the bush. I think eventually he just gets rooted and killed. His casting goes in, and Loki picks that one up. Teddy at least forced to barrier and feather storm against just Ruler.
Ruler, who didn't use Sums, who almost won a 1v2.
Yeah.
That's not...
That's not how that's possible.
Good news. The good news is they killed the Gnar on the top side. It's a 1-to-1 kill score. Don't look at the gold leads in any of these lanes. Just look at the kills. 1-to-1, dead even game. That's what you know. A lot of my non-esports friends say. Like, so that's what I should read on the scoreboard, right? So it's like basically, the team with more is winning. Sometimes.
You know, yesterday people were losing their mind in chat when you guys were talking about how, like, it's crazy they don't have a gold lead for, like, the majority of that game.
Yeah.
They're like, how is this possible? It's like 11-5 in the kills. This can't be.
Yeah, it turns out there are more than one way to get gold. More than one ways. There's more than one way. Anyway.
You made your way.
Yeah, I made my way through that.
You found your way at the end of the day.
Yeah, just like Slayer's Boxer, I'm a man of one way. All right, that's going to be Herald. I have commentated too many games like this week already. It's putting a number on me, Valdez, and it's day 2 of this week.
Sometimes that's the way it goes. Namgung does not have flash, and so he's forced to wild growth himself, and that's going to mean Loki has to flash away. They don't get any kills, but again, as we've been talking about, you can get gold in many other ways. They're going to get that top turret, and Keen is Mega Gnar on a ward is Gideon, so that's not going to work.
So the whole turret's going to go down the top lane to Chovy. He's 0-0-0, classically 1,300 gold ahead. He did get the counter pick, which we all saw coming about 2,000 miles away.
Again, by the way, different player, different role.
Same story.
Yeah.
He's out of mana. Can they do anything to him? No. His walls have been very good into the Rise so far, even though Loki hasn't died yet. He struggled to phase rush his way out of there. And maybe a trap is being set. Duro's on this ward, but Pantheon's coming down, ult in 6. But guess what? Canyon's already here. He doesn't have Paranoia, but I still don't advise this, bro.
Casting is going to get ult into the wall. Looked like Keen was very ready for that. Namgung again just kind of has to back away. This is into Mega Gnar. They're trying to take down Keen, but Canyon is here. It does not matter, as Keen is going to go down, and the Rift Herald's going to hit her head on the wall immediately. And so, bro, finally, they get something going here.
They weren't able to play all together there, Gen G, so Keen gets isolated, gets killed by Casting's ult. Phase rush to this.
Well, yeah, he's dead. And he doesn't have flash, remember, he used it in the top lane, so another nice wall from Chovy.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really get nicer than that, does it? Where it almost feels like it shouldn't have happened that way. It's like those Trundle pillars you see sometimes where you're like, damn, I guess he really got him.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he got him, but he is definitely dead, and there's nothing he can do now. Terrain, very powerful when your opponent doesn't have the ability to cross it. I know I'm doing a little like John Madden right now, but saying the obvious in a after the fact kind of way, but this game is, I want to see a world where Bro could come back. I mean, they've got even kills still. This is Keen going in a bit too deep with his hop here, and also Duro can't join, right? Because Namgung's in the way, trying to kind of taxi his way through with Namgung, and then Canyon's like, I don't really get any value out of Paranoia here, I'm not going to commit, and they just opt to cancel the whole situation as Teddy is also coming down. He doesn't want to charge that Herald in or he would have died. Yeah, we're walling.
Yeah, casting out walled again. He's stuck against 2 walls, and he has nowhere to go, even as Mbessa. No flash either, so he's just dead. And now we got a wild growth on 3 people, but Gideon is alone against 5. So a couple of kills go the way of Gen G as they get him down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and a lot of other games, walling can get you banned. It's illegal. In fact, walling as a Nivea to mess up minion pathing could have gotten you banned once upon a time. But Walling the way Chovy is doing it just looks like an architect, you know? He looks like he'd build a tight wall in StarCraft Brood War. No Zergly's getting through.
Yeah.
No Ryze getting through in this game. No Ambessa getting through. He's had one of the most impressive 1-0-2 Anivia games that we've ever seen. And this is the first one. It's like, I got this Cloud Rift.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross.
That was a crow. What is that?
Another one.
What is that damage? Chovy flashes. He's so dead.
He has egg.
He does have egg, but the rest of the team is a little too low and nobody else is there. So it's going to be the shutdown going to Gideon.
All right, please show the other wall on the casting, though. I want to see that one again, too. It might not, because the moment has passed, but that was that wall, the angle, like it like basically went from the inside of the wall to push him down. As
they're going in on a Gideon, no flash on him, and yeah, eventually he just dies. Nowhere really to go, just gets caught by a lot of CC.
Maybe you were right when you assessed the game state at 4 minutes. Maybe I should have listened. Maybe I should have just said, you know what? Guess we'll call it a day. I don't have anything for you guys. I don't, you know, there's cup half full, there's cup third full, and then there's like, maybe there's a drop in the cup? But I think people would call me out if I said that in this particular case. You know, I've got my integrity to think of.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you do the dishes and they've been drying for a while, but there's still like a tiny little bit left on the cup.
Yeah, you like get your drying rack or your drying rag, and you're like, just tap this real quick and put it away because I got other stuff to do. I'm not going to come back later and watch it dry.
Yeah.
The worst is when you get the water spot, and then you get accused of not properly washing the dishes, or someone comes over to your house. Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves when someone comes over and you've got like on a spoon or on a cup or something, there's just a water spot there, and someone's like, oh, I think this isn't clean. And I'm like, it's a water spot, relax.
Do you tell them that? You're like, it's a water spot? You let them know?
No, I immediately cave and go, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get you another one. My bad.
But inside,
you're like... But inside, I'm like, you will not be coming back to my house. I can tell you don't do the dishes.
Yeah.
I can tell you don't put the dishes away.
Well, there was a time when we used to go to Wolf's house. Good times.
It was fun.
Good times. Trying to set up a play on a Namgun, and again, the wall is good, but the follow-up was not there.
He makes the wall look like a reverse shockwave. Like, he puts it in the center and pushes you out from it. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And now they're just sieging up without Baron, this inner turret. And Bro are waiting for an opportunity. A opportunity, perhaps.
Yeah. I hope Dagon is not feeling too melon-brawly. Thank you for that one. They're trying to get in on the ruler now, who's just going to ult away. And now they got Duro in the front line and playing this one front to back. In goes Canyon. A nice ult here from casting to get into the back line. I say that, but immediately he just dies. So maybe not the best of ults we've ever seen. Follow up from Duro just to die. But the stun does go in onto Gideon, so that's a trade of kills. And now Namgung might be following up here. Lots of damage going in from Chovy, but
not quite able to finish him off. He escaped both times despite the wall. I want to point out the previous wall before that one, though, where it was another really impressive wall by Chovy, where he walled out Ruler, who's 5-0-2, to make sure he's more likely to get a unanimous POM. He really has thought of everything. Stay away, Ruler. This is my game. I had a 4,000 gold lead on this year. It was all about me. I have an insane farm lead. As, this is, it looks like maybe an overextension here because everyone's kind of split up. Like, Chovy completes his back, but he has TP, so watch Ruler. Chovy says, my game, baby. Nice ult, but, you know, I don't think you're the main character tonight, sorry. And then, Gideon dies. And then Namgung almost dies, which is pretty insane. Chovy, he's pretty good. It does feel like, you know, what you were leading into when we started the day of usually when a team like this loses a series where they are favored, they come back with a vengeance. Chovy specifically looks like he is quite vengeful today.
Yeah, he didn't look all too happy, to be honest, when I saw him in his seat, and maybe he was just really focused on making sure they got the win tonight. And He's playing excellently. You can tell the rest of the team also following up on that. And now they have a 10,000 gold lead and Baron. So Gen.G just doing Gen.G things after getting, you know, frankly embarrassed by Bro the last time we saw, you know, the 0-2 against Bro and also against DK recently. So Gen.G have a lot of making up to do in their minds, I'm sure, and this is definitely a good way to get it done. They were behind in game 1, but at least they won. And they don't have a loss in the column.
They were ahead, and it turned out a little bit differently. Another wall, by the way.
Yeah.
Using the inhibitor against him as well.
Trying to get on top of Ruler here. Actually, the combo very nice on a Ruler, but the shields come through. They finally do get him. But Chovy is the real threat, I would imagine, as Canyon frontlining. The wall is gigantic again, and Chovy is just tanking everything. They eventually do get on top of him, and Chovy will be forced to flash away. Casting. Oh, he actually gets the kill right before Meganar. That's kind of unfortunate for Keen, and now Chovy's in a bit of trouble on the run here from Casting, who does get the egg. Canyon flashes the wall, and with the fear and the front line, may have just saved Chovy's life, and Casting is not very long for the world. It's not a clean fight, but Gen.G will still win it.
Yeah, Chovy, I don't think needs to come up here to secure this inhibitor. The cannon minion will do it alone. It's just going to go get CS because it's Chovy. This wall is fantastic, right? They have such good siege here. The problem is that Ruler gets caught, and he does not have really the ability to escape. Flash is late, and so then they go into the back line here, but Teddy's still alive. He pumps out a lot of damage in this fight. Chovy also does, by the way, insane amounts of damage. Crazy here. And Casting has that great play as well to snap back and grab the kill. Right there. But Chovy has egg. So, you know, watch also this Q from Chovy as he waits for the dashes from Casting.
And Canyon saying, get down, Mr. President.
Look at this. He's like, all right, you used all the dashes. Now I stun you and kill you.
Yeah. No, he was ready for that. And, again, not the cleanest fight, but at the end
Look
of the
at
day,
Chovy's face, by the way. He's not angry anymore.
He's having fun now.
Little smirking. Small smirk.
Yeah.
Well, this game is still ongoing, technically speaking. Bro, I have 3 items for Teddy. I know it's a whole item under Ruler. We had the graphic earlier, but he's got 3 now. Rise will eventually actualize. Is it really actualizing if you're this far behind, or is it like, what's the opposite of actual? Like,
maybe it's more just like
fake
visualizing, and you know, they always say to visualize a positive situation.
That's what we've been trying to do.
You know,
yeah, that's what.
Maybe he's like visualizing an actualizer, but
that's what Degon's doing right now, I think.
This time it's just not coming true. He's listened to all the gurus, and now we have belts on Anivia.
He's got to get closer to hit those walls.
Yeah, I mean,
he hit that one.
It's nice tech. I mean, all these champions where we see Rocket Belt nowadays, where we never used to see them before, I'm like, oh, you know, like he got a little close. That was good. Or he like escaped a little bit because of it.
Yeah.
So much utility out of that item outside of the stats. As pressing the paranoia button just to scare them.
They are scared, I think. But they will hold their ground firmly as they lose this inhibitor turret. For Bro, you just gotta have to hope that they make a mistake. That's all you could really do. And you were able to sort of win a fight in the bottom lane. I mean, I think for Bro, that's as close to winning a fight as you're gonna get. You defended your Nexus. The game didn't end. Chovy also bought a very dangerous book. Randomins.
Oh, no.
Like, cover. No, stop all those items from coming on the left side of the screen. It's like, there's also this. This is bad. Also, Chovy has 23,000 damage. All right, look, we're trying to be positive over here. We're trying to be positive. Bring the positivity. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. Production, can we change the tone a little bit? Come on.
They're not on the same page with us, unfortunately, today. Usually they are. Here's the Rocket Belt synergy. This time the wall.
Is that the first wall he's missed this game?
Feels like it.
First one we've seen at least front and center.
Well, he went for it very aggressively. We got a Realm Warp this time. That's right on top of Duro. They are trying to isolate Ruler from Chovy, as now Chovy Gonna put down a wall on the other side, and he does get ulted by casting. Meanwhile, Ruler takes out Loki, and then Ruler takes out casting, and Keen is just keeping everybody else busy. So at the end of the day, a lot utilized to try to get on top of Ruler, but then it was Chovy, and it was a little bit split. And now they're trying to get out of here with a bunch of backs. They might be able to do so as Chovy TP'd in to try to end this game, and he might just wall them out.
This is actually just so troll, but it's actually smart, like really actually smart.
Yeah.
But it is also actually very, very funny. All right. I mean, not if you're a Bro fan, then it's sad.
Oh, here we go again. Rocket Belt and Teddy. Okay, they're going to flash on top of Ruler here. They take him out, but they have not taken out Chovy, which is really the main problem. He gets the GA out of the Pantheon, and then he gets the stun on the other, and Canyon's like, all right, I'll take the kills. That's cool. Does get the kill on a Gideon as well, but now casting and Loki have respawned.
Yeah, they're going to have to back away here unless Chovy's pretty low on mana, but I mean, he does have a fully stacked Seraphs, so he's got a decent amount of mana. Chovy is like, yeah, no, it is actually an assassin champion. Yeah, you take electrocute, and then you see somebody, you wall them, and they blow up. It works really well when you're 4,000 plus gold ahead as well. It's quite good. As casting is able to finally cross the wall, you see that Genji are taking the Baron in live, but I don't have enough damage to take out Chovy. Keen is 1v3ing over here, as Teddy just does not have the damage just yet to really punish him. And Teddy gets walled here. Gideon, really nice save. Comes in and blows up Ruler, and that's a lot of the damage gone. Chovy is like, nah, I still got this, but unfortunately does not quite have enough. He almost does. And Nocturne goes in deep.
Yeah.
They get the respawns.
Second Canyon shows up. It's kind of just Brover from there. And Genji did get that Cloud Soul. They have Baron.
Chovy has Egg, so it's kind of a problem.
Okay,
try to kill him.
For optimism here, though. Couple of inhibitors are up, and they can try to just defend mid.
And then what?
With the inhibitors defending the other lanes.
I'm trying to see what, you know, I'm kind of...
Yeah, so what's going to happen is Chovy one time is going to rocket belt forward. He's going to get immediately public execution by casting, and then the follow-up from Gideon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was going to perfectly wall a flashless Teddy and kill him. But
no, that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
See, missed his wall right there.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's still a chance. And this turret, it's trying its best. There's the rocket belt. Loki, though, does more damage to Chovy than he does to him. As Gideon goes in alone, and the Paranoia does a very effective job at zoning them. And the flash wall this time is very nice. And that's going to get everybody up against the wall. As casting did at least get in and stop the ult of the Inavia, but it's really just a consolation prize. This Nexus is going to go down, and Genji, not fooling around this time, do pick up